Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Play the Hits. Max, we have something a little bit different tonight. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good tonight. Ooh, is this Final Fantasy VII retread?
Yeah, right? Remakoing?
The Remakoing.
Actually, I think that is one of the names of the mods that you can download for this. Clearly, we've modded the shit out of FF7. How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm pretty good, man. How you doing?
Sweet. This was like totally out of the blue. I saw like a random YouTube video yesterday on my lunch break, and I love that line. Next to you, who would?
Damn.
What's that supposed to mean? So yesterday I saw this random video on YouTube that described this tool that you can download. It's super simple to use. It's called Seventh Heaven, and you can basically just pile on a whole bunch of mods and have the program pretty much automatically put them together for you and solve any conflicts. And like the whole process takes about 10 minutes, and you can explore and like play with a whole bunch of different mods. And this is kind of where I landed. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'm definitely going to do like a full playthrough privately, because one of the details here that you're noticing is a alternate translation, which is based on a combination of like the Japanese original. They include some things from the remake, and then also I think they consulted like the Ultimania, and like kind of found out some things that were intended to be the game, but either got scrapped because of time or budget or whatever.
Yeah, we were doing just a little bit before we got to this morning, and already there were some very interesting like rearranging of where dialogue is.
Yeah.
And even like what they did with like certain like angles and stuff to like add scenes. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So
yeah,
maybe we'll see more of that.
It was really, I was extremely surprised booting this up. Oh yeah, and we're also in widescreen, so we can go. I was super surprised to see that it wasn't just like a patch over the dialogue boxes with a fresh translation. They
also,
add
what does that
scenes,
sign say?
and they like break the sequence of the game too. So like,
yeah.
Whereas in the original you go to the bar, you have the flashback with Tifa, and then you're automatically set to join Avalanche, and you wake up the next morning. In this one, you walk around the town, and Cloud kind of has a moment where he debates joining them at all, and I mean, it's really cool. Like, I give them credit for not just doing the easy stuff that they could have done.
Yeah. It's speaking of translation, did you ever see what's the website? I feel like he originally worked for Kotaku or something, so I think Kotaku has some of them. But so this guy, Japanese guy, dual citizen, who is playing Final Fantasy VII in Japanese, and he's like, you know what? Because he played it in English too, and it's like, I want to like translate some parts that maybe got mistranslated, or something that you really can't put in the game without giving a Japanese lesson, but I'm just going to do it here. Okay. And I don't know, there's some really interesting things.
I bet, yeah.
And he only got as far as disc 1, as far as I remember, but it gives some good, color for the game.
Right. And I'm going to bet this is probably the closest I'll ever get to anything like that, because, obviously I'm probably not going to be learning Japanese in my lifetime, but...
I mean, but a mixture is good, because you think about the international version added some things, like, kind of Barrett's, like, whole personality that we know of. I think he was a lot more, like, I don't know, like, not straight edge, but just kind of, like, very matter of fact.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the international version went a little too Mr. T, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't think we would have gotten the Barrett we have in the remake, the North American version. So I feel like some things were added, and I wonder what the deal with Johnny is this time. Like, what was going on when he was spying on them earlier?
Dialogue. Oh, yeah, that's right. So this is borrowed from the remake, right? Where he goes out on his journey to make himself a better man.
Mr. Childhood Friend. I like that.
Take care of Tifa. And so already jealous. I'm noticing like some of the lines where it's actually really close to the original. They basically just make things a little clearer, which is nice.
Also, that one little scene with Johnny, like, it wasn't that much at all, but at the same time, I think it just added, like, it it's not killing the pacing.
No.
It just adds a little something, and it's just like, oh, Johnny, and you'll see him
Yep.
later. And
Just so lifeless all of a sudden.
oh God.
Oh crap. I'm drinking. That's all right. Just have a few drinks and drive home.
Also, I know a lot of the signage, there's like, it's a mixture of Japanese and then just like slum language or something,
Right.
which you really don't see in the remake. But looking at the Seventh Heaven sign, it just looks like it says Tyler's Bar.
In Tyler's bar. Tifa stole it from a guy named Tyler.
Didn't change the sign, so he knows what's up.
But-
Okay.
That was in the original. What the hell's happening there? What the hell are you guys doing?
What the hell are you guys doing?
Oh, Barrett, no use. It doesn't work when we try it.
Fusion?
I guess so. Okay, this is added. Why don't we take some time off? We can go to a hot spring or something.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, why not?
All right, if
I'm in the mood.
Great, I'll hold you to it. Flip your gums. Join a chess club and make friends. Hey, what's up, Sparks?
Sparks.
I thought Tifa would
Alright.
get mad at Cloud for flirting with Jessie. She didn't.
Actually, yeah, I kind of forgot she was there. Oops.
I was kind of trying to elicit that reaction, but that's okay.
Though I'm still, I don't know, Jesse definitely seems more of the wants to make friends but a little shy and
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like that version, but I like thirsty Jesse too. They're both
Yeah, I was
good.
gonna say in remake she just wanted to bone Cloud.
She's just like fucking thirsty.
Of course, everyone in that game was thirsty for Cloud. Gonna be in and out. My cat is
I
drugged
love.
up.
Oh
Stop
God.
giving your cat drugs.
Yeah. Why? Why is it?
Well,
Oh, okay.
Sparks.
So it's not downers. Looks like it's uppers.
Hmm?
Having to chase her down. I love these beginning parts where it's just like, we're gonna go to this reactor. It's just like, okay, the guy with the huge sword and the gun arm.
I
And
know.
it's just like,
And it looks much
wait,
more
are you
natural in
Avalanche?
this
You
version,
guys look like Avalanche.
right?
No, wait, Avalanche.
Well, like in the PS5 version, like it's a train full of like normal looking people, and then this like cosplay convention that's like marching through.
That's true. Yeah.
Don't
that
get me
is
wrong,
very
I
true.
did really enjoy the graphics in remake, but oh my god, oh she had
But
surgery
yeah,
today.
it does
That's
look
a-
more natural here for
Yeah.
sure.
Where
Everyone kind of
everybody's
looks
super
like,
deformed and
yeah, everyone is kind of a character, and it's just like,
yeah.
when your imagination kind of has to fill in, it's kind of, yeah, it's like a Blade Runner or something. Everyone's just
Yeah,
like,
totally.
it's
This
some
is what people look
cyberpunky thing. Shit.
I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna suck my own. Oh god, get away from him. Frick acting so calm. I'm gonna throw off. the whole
Painkillers
damn-
making her zoo. Your cat doesn't respond to things the way they should. Or maybe they're so free of pain that they're like, oh shit, okay, this is great.
What is the guy doing? We don't know. To this day, I don't know.
Also, I mean, I'm sure that's probably in the OG too, but just those little vials of lightning, it's like, huh,
Yeah, I know.
some
right?
of this was a little more steampunky, you know.
for sure.
And I feel like that's, I don't know, 90% preserved in the remake, but it definitely lost a little something.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That was a little more fantastical, you know.
definitely. Midgar certainly was not as dark as in the original,
For sure, for sure.
but I mean, I still thought it looked amazing. It was
I
cool
thought
to
it was-
see it in that way, but
The first time getting to what is the slum? It's not. Is it the 7th district? I don't remember the
Sector
slums that
7,
they-
yeah.
Sector 7, yeah. And then just like kind of looking around and seeing the lack of sky and the plates and everything, I was like,
Right.
wow, that was cool.
oh yeah, that was really neat.
Might have been my favorite part of the game, honestly. I mean,
Yeah, right.
kinda
Like
nothing
when you
beats
walked
that
out
first
of
view.
like Cloud's apartment room that the first time and like saw Midgar during the day, that was a cool effect.
Yeah.
Hell, you can.
Hell,
You
wow,
can.
Barrett, holy shit.
Yeah, Barrett. I'm gonna show you with my fist. See, I like Spunky Tifa. That's good. That was lost in the remake too. She had much less attitude.
Yeah, what I remember the translation thing I'm thinking about Or it's like Tifa was, I don't know, like there was a slight, how she talked, like a slight maternal thing going on. And then Aerith was...
In Remake or in this one?
No, in the OG, and that's something that Remake kind of got right. At least with Aerith, where she was kind of like spunky and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Tifa being maternal, but eh.
Yeah, no, I very much like PS1 kind of attitude Tifa.
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely, I mean, she was the one that was just like, Cloud, you freaking, well, yeah.
That's right. There was that scene where
things.
she actually called them retarded. That was horrifying.
I think there was two.
She just drops it so casually too.
Two. I still. Yeah, I know. Right, Sparks. It's pretty bad. Yeah, she does it. I think twice.
Oh, does she?
But they're both optional scenes. One is running up the stairs.
Right. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Two is, something that I tend to mess up in the remake, hitting the button at the same time. In the PS1 version, it's the easiest thing ever. You really have to try. And so I never actually saw it until I saw it on YouTube years later. I'm like, oh, if you mess it up a million times,
she calls you.
She gets really, if you keep messing it up, she basically gets so pissed that she like breaks the machine and then it opens anyway.
I've never done that badly. That's interesting. Usually I get it after a couple of tries.
Oh, in the PS1 version, it's like 1 or 2 tries. In the remake, it is a little, it's a little hard. The rules are,
oh yeah, they are weird in the remake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's Johnny.
Yep, there's Johnny. Already having a great time. Nice adventure. Shut up, Barry.
What?
Nothing. I accidentally talked to him like while Jesse was talking to him, and he told me to shut up. That was kind of funny. Yeah, this is still, like, I still enjoy the original quite a bit, and this is just a really neat way to re-experience it.
Yeah.
Because truthfully, this is really what I wanted out of the remake, was just, a faithful graphical upgrade and a cleaner translation. Like, that's all I needed. And I am looking forward to Rebirth, but
me too.
This is cool.
I was okay, and ultimately I accept Remake for what it is now. Yeah. But
it's a sequel.
what I was wanting at first, it was like, hey, this is delivering and additional scenes, not things that change the story, which it got into very quickly. But the additional scenes, maybe not with the Whispers, because you see them pretty early too, but like the whole mission with Jesse that you take with just like,
I like
the B team of Avalanche.
Yeah, that was cool.
Great. I loved that.
Yep. That I thought was a really good addition. Spiky-headed ass, her. Another thing about fan translations or fan translation patches is they always seem to go overboard with like either profanity or just like dumb humor.
Sure.
This does not do that so far as I can tell.
Yeah. It was and like the original
cool. Is he saying a few words to Avalanche before he jumps?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Building that up. That's pretty neat. Because when you get to Cosmo Canyon later, remember he makes that remark in the original that he would have loved to take them here?
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of neat. Will there be hot springs? Might be. Yeah, let's see why not. This is nice. They kind of make them more like buddies.
He's like, I like these clothes.
Right. This beautiful place. We're gonna live and see it. Oh,
God.
Yeah, he'll come along too. Grab him by the neck and drag him there. Boy, that took a while, Barrett. Cloud and Tifa are like miles behind.
They're like 6 miles that way.
Right. Aerith survived just for the chance to buffer up so much so you can take out several other self. You know, that was always the big thing in the 90s was, oh, do this and you can revive Aerith. I never really wanted to revive Aerith. I thought the story was really emotionally charged because of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wanted to do it just to see if the secrets were true.
Oh, like, yeah, of course.
Wanted to revive Aerith, play as Sephiroth, get Edgar's hammer, things.
Yep.
So they got, like, basically the little profiles from the, strategy guide. I'm sure they're, like, in a bunch of other places, too.
Yeah, they're just, like, really high-res versions of the original.
I think I know what the battles look like, but yeah, I'm looking forward to
seeing you're about to see a battle, aren't you? For the first time in 15 minutes. That's one tiny asshole. I mean, tiny asshole. We're going down. It gives me the creeps. I like that they kept the tiny asshole line. That's great.
But they also changed little, like, instead of spiky-headed butt, they say spiky-headed ass, which is like, I mean, they're already swearing, so...
Oh, yeah.
I like that better than spiky-headed butt. Yeah, I like the look here, and it feels very PlayStation.
Yes, like, doesn't it?
It totally feels PlayStation. Like, but weirdly, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of, like, with how smooth it is, and like, just the graphical style.
Oh yeah, that was another one.
Also, the first thing that came to mind was our guys. I'm like, okay, no, it's not our guys, but it is.
Yeah, but it kind of gives off that same vibe a little bit.
A little bit.
One of the things that makes it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, isn't it? I love this battle graphics overhaul. One of the things that I also did was I did a 60 FPS mod, which you know, you wouldn't think it would make such a big difference, but this is sexy.
It looks awesome, and like, I'm all about this.
You never quite realize, like, I think in the original game, like, battles were all in like 15 FPS or something like that.
Yeah.
And on the one hand, it lended it kind of almost like a stop motion kind of effect. But on the other hand, I really like the really smooth, fluid visuals of modern gaming.
Yeah. So far, this is like, it's hard to explain, but it's like it changes a lot of little things, but somehow it's like the spirit of the game is so strong here. You know? It's like they definitely understand, and I'm not saying, because obviously these are different mods, but like this graphical style definitely is really cool.
These, like, I read a lot yesterday, and these seem to be the kind of cream of the crop of graphic mods, and there's a ton out there. But these ones, like you said, they really kind of stay faithful to the spirit of the original. Yeah.
I like how these little machines, when they die, it's just like poof, going a million pieces everywhere. Also kept from the OG.
I may, after we're done with this episode, I may need to go all the way back. I think I might have either glitched something or messed something up. I turned down the materia explanation. And now it's not showing up in the...
What the hell?
I'm like, when can I equip materia?
Oh my god.
Hey, wait, hold on a second. What if I... Usually when you re-equip, right, it gives you the option for materia?
I don't know if it did in the OG game.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, you're right. Or it's just like keep materia or something.
Well, it's not going to make a big deal here, but...
I mean, if you get to the frickin' boss, the Airbuster or whatever it is,
maybe we'll just
you're going to want some lightning.
Do a playthrough where Cloud's the only magic user. Well, and I guess, too, right after this, we get to Aerith, and I know she joins with materia.
Hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you do.
Although I remember, like, that's not added or anything. That was
an original.
Oh, Jesse. I still love you.
Yeah, I feel like out of all of, like, the characters in Remake, Jessie kind of got the most new fans and appreciation.
Yeah.
Mainly because they really built her up as like kind of a potential love interest, where in the original game she was just a background character.
Yeah, that was like, you could tell she had a crush on Cloud.
Yeah.
With a few lines of dialogue, but yeah, it was never going to be, there's no Jesse points, you know.
Right, yeah. Oh, there were
Although
more
I've
Barrett
never-
points that you could build in the background than Jesse points.
Yeah, which is like, you have to know about it and try for it. And I've never actually done a playthrough where I've done that, because, you know, I
Me
don't
neither,
want
weirdly.
to. And apparently they kept that in the remake too, where if you really just didn't do too well with T4 or Aerith, or do most of their side quests, it was
Barrett's
a scene
waiting
with
for you in the
Barrett.
garden.
But it's like, he is, and it's kind
That's
of
funny.
a touching scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
think
look
in this
that up
game-
on YouTube after this.
In this game, it's more like a joke. Where
Yeah,
it's just
right.
like, we're gonna get your spiky-headed ass on that on that Ferris wheel. We're going on a date. But yeah, in the remake, it's you know, they have a nice conversation in the garden.
Interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Yeah, I think I wonder if that's intentional and like materia gets introduced later if you refuse to tell everybody about it. Or
I
if,
have
like
to think it's a glitch.
accidentally activated a no materia playthrough.
Because, I mean, you had materia in Reactor 1, you know.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
I mean, and Cloud still has his equipped in the background. Like I can still cast Thunder.
Oh, you
for
could
instance.
still. Okay, that's good. Okay, so yeah, not as big of a problem as I thought.
No, but at the same time, I can equip Restore, so I have no healing magic.
Yeah. Why do hell bubbles put you to sleep?
I don't know. I've always wondered that.
It's like, it was just called
Ow.
bubbles. Maybe, I don't know, but
Hell bubble.
hell bubble, yeah. The new ASMR.
I don't know what this effect is. It's almost like cell shading, but they really did manage to like plaster the art from the strategy guide over top of the
Yeah.
characters. It's really cool.
I feel like, I mean, you know, I don't know if there's a name for it, but yeah, they did really well with that.
But like if you look at them from a certain angle, they look exactly like the strategy guide images.
Yeah. Whee!
Good
I'm
times.
glad the little weird touches, like they kept the slide in the remake, but it was they made maybe a little too much of a big deal about it. It was just like, whee!
Oh yeah, I know. They had like a whole moment like, look how ridiculous this is. Just fucking do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just
Don't
slide down the damn
patronize us.
slide.
Oh, look at these motherfuckers.
You know,
This made engineering sense.
right? To somebody. why is his pipe spinning like that? Oh god. You know, I didn't realize how ridiculous of a
I'm in need of
character model that was in the
repairs.
original.
Help me. Are you here to
Help
help
me.
me? Yes.
I'm weird.
We'll help you. Leave this horrible
Deadly
work
waste.
coil.
Oh, so going back to Remake for a second, one of the areas like where I didn't like the amount of addition was getting to the Sector 5 reactor. I felt like that dragged on for a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. And of course they had to like.
I know, yeah, I know
elongate the
why they
game.
did it for sure. But
Oh yeah, but still, I wish it was not boring, and it was boring.
yeah,
It was.
part
I think that was
definitely
the most. Was doing the lamps and everything also before the Section 5 reactor? I think it was.
Yeah, like the whole like hanging under part of the plate. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of crazy. Like almost, not quite half the game, but more than a third took place. Oh, this is.
No, this was in the
Different, too.
original. Where he has this like
Was it?
brief flashback. Yeah.
Oh.
I hate them all. Yeah, I remember that part. And then you see the context for it when you get to Calm.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder how long that portion is going to take in Rebirth, because that's going to be the very beginning of the game, getting to Calm and then
Basically.
going through that flashback.
Yeah, I'm very interested.
I wonder
mean,
how much
that's-
they've added to it, or if it's like an extended cutscene, or... Well, no, actually, we know from the demos that are out that it's not
You
an
actually
extended
play
cutscene.
as Cloud
Yeah.
and Sephiroth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so far, from what I've seen, it's like they're doing an okay job by making Cloud, or at least that version of Cloud, seem like a puppy, you know?
Uh-huh.
Where he's just like, well, how does materia work, you know? Although I don't know if you saw, like, there was like an extended gameplay trailer, and it was just like, how does materia work? And Sephiroth's
Oh yeah, where it's like, can you get a lesson from the great Mr. Sephiroth or something like that? Or yeah.
But it was also like, at first, it was Sephiroth was saying like, how did you become first class or something like that? And it like at first focused on, and it wasn't like a big deal.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, look at this, but it like focused on, you know, the one soldier who always has a stomach ache, obviously Cloud. And then you see Cloud there shrugging his shoulders, being like, I don't know. Like, it's like, okay, interesting.
I don't know, but I did it.
I did it. You goddamn did it.
I'll do it again.
Don't question it. Don't question my story.
Right. But you know, that's again, scenes like that, I feel like they could really destroy by throwing Zack into the mix, but whatever.
Yeah. Well,
it's
I mean,
it's coming, it's happening.
There's so much we don't know. Although tomorrow there's literally a PlayStation State of Play.
Oh, really?
And it's like this game is coming out in what, less than 4 weeks, or something like exactly 4 weeks. And I get that, you know, they want to promote their games that are coming up very shortly. But I think they are very, you know, they really run the risk of revealing too much before it comes out.
Absolutely.
And so I'm wondering, it's like, do I want to watch this? You know, if it's like, here's some more gameplay and please buy it on the 29th, okay. Mm-hmm. But if it's just like, this is crazy, and then look what happens here. Oh,
yeah, when we made this change, we thought that it would really flesh out Zack's character.
Aerith gets impaled right here. What do we do now? It's like, what?
Oh man.
So,
but
I don't know.
Do we even know like how far? I almost would hate to ask, but do we know how far Rebirth goes into the story?
No, we don't. There's definitely still a lot of mystery.
I would assume, based on what we've seen, maybe like the Forgotten City where Aerith dies. That's
where I'm
like
thinking is the City of Ancients.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people are assuming. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think
that's also only the end of Disc 1. Like, there is more than half of the story to tell left in 30. But there's also the very real possibility that they're just going to completely deviate from the course of the original story. And
yeah, and I'm like, obviously there's something to, I mean, I think it has to be like either another timeline or another reality, you know, with Zack and Comatose Cloud.
That's kind of what I'm hoping, is that it's not like actually happening at the same time as they're on their journey.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine, because the whole thing where they're passing by each other at the end of the first game, it's like, I think that's happening, but not like they don't see each other or anything. So I don't think like Cloud is literally there. He's just there in another, you know,
or maybe like,
or
you know, the universe really is changed and Zack did live, but what we're seeing is kind of like a flashback or something, like through Zack's eyes, where I don't know. I actually think this would be stupid, but I can see that being what they're doing. Like Cloud still doesn't remember anything, but like, we, the viewer, now know that Zack did survive and he got Cloud set up in Midgar somehow, but I don't know what his goal for that would be.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'm thinking the very end of Remake, or I guess the interlude, intermission, whatever, intergrade, where you see Zack go to the church but Aerith isn't there.
Yeah.
If that is the case, then I think that one scene was plucked from way later. Because one, you don't see Cloud with him, and two, that would have been when Cloud's party already left Midgar. Like, oh, here's the scene.
Yep, here it is.
If you want to mess it up a million times.
Damn it! Really?
Oh, you're actually trying.
There we go.
Oh, you got it. Okay. You're not gonna get Tifa pissed today.
So, sometimes I do really good. Other times I just fucking blow it.
It's a lot of pressure, you know.
Right?
First class soldier. So much pressure. It's a lot to live up to.
How did I manage to do this? Like, I straight up do not have materia.
No.
That is so weird. Oh, let's ride this thing out.
Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, let's see where this goes.
Now, have you saved over your, like, do you only have one save file?
Yes.
Have you saved recently?
Well, yeah.
Oh, you're
just
fucked.
right now.
You're fucked, dude.
You're fucked.
Yeah. Like, how quickly did we get here? And this was like
this is
40% of remake.
Yeah, and this is relatively early in the game. So, like, if I have to,
they just added so much before this reactor, like a stupid amount.
Yep. President Shinra.
But then after this, it was a little better, and like kind of wall market and beyond. Like the graveyard was definitely an additional thing, but it was at least more interesting.
It was
than
it was
fucking
cool.
turning on the lamps. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, most of the additions I didn't mind. The whispers, of course, I hated. And I'm sure there'll be things about Rebirth that I hate, but I'm along. It's like you said, I've kind of accepted it for what it is. I'm along for the ride.
Yeah.
So that's what we become a strong suffer. Magnificent.
Soldier magnificent.
The dance off is an amazing addition. Yes, I loved how they did the honeybee in the remake. That was cool.
I liked the honeybee in. I actually just did not like the song. The Here at the Honeybee.
Oh yeah,
Okay, all right, guys. This is, I think people just want to get their rocks off here.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
yeah, and there's a show too, sure. And I still wish they had an optional cloud psychosis scene in Honeybee Inn like they did.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Honeybee Inn, I'll be really curious how this translation, which is, again, supposed to be more faithful to the Japanese, sheds some light, hopefully, on some of the dialogue at the Honeybee Inn, because it got really weird and nebulous, especially when Cloud has his little freak out. Like, who's talking to him? And, it's interesting. Actually, even the coming up scene here where he blacks out before he meets Aerith, and they're like, "Oh, it moved." Like, what? Oh, it moved. Who's saying that?
Yeah.
And what are they referring to? Is it his penis? Say hello to Airbuster.
Yeah. I always assumed it was Aerith, but, not. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense. Wow, I never noticed there was a little platform for him to step on in the helicopter there.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
That's actually really interesting. Mr. President, wait.
Mr. President. This is an annoying fucking boss in Rebirth, though, or Remake.
Yeah, he is an interesting one in Remake. Like, way, way more epic. Of course.
Yeah. They're all more epic, for sure. And they did a good job with remixing this one song. Remixing it, 10 different ways.
Right.
But man, it was just because he was at range, it was just Barret and magic, and it was fucking annoying.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You were Barret for this whole fight.
Mm-hmm. Just have him keep turning the whole, just make him a little tipsy top.
Right.
Wait, he didn't even fucking turn, bastard. You're not good enough for him.
Nope. So there's a whole bunch.
Some kind of water cooler machine or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know.
So on the Seventh Heaven program, there's a whole bunch of soundtrack mods.
Yeah.
And this one was my favorite because it does very little different. It doesn't try to orchestrate them or anything. It just kind of takes the beats of the originals and just kind of, I don't know, modernize.
There's
just
all the different instruments. It's like you take the it's like you have a program.
It's just less MIDI.
Yeah, you see the MIDI and you see all the different treble, bass, and the instruments, and they just mess with the dials a little bit on everything. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yep. damn
Not
thing.
a damn thing.
You kidding me? I
Wow.
only got one arm. What am I supposed to fucking do about this? I hear you.
Yeah, I'm no good in these
Heavy
situations.
strong. This might be it for me.
I kind of fucked this up once before, and I lost a hand.
Yeah, right. Not trying this again.
All right, see you later.
Oh yeah,
these
even in
look
the
pretty good,
cinema
60
scenes,
FPS.
yeah, even in the cinema scenes, they redid the characters. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. If they just added him, boom, like
Shit.
just once, like Homer falling down.
Okay, so this is definitely Zach here. Hey, buddy. You okay? Yeah. Made it through just a couple of scraped knees back then. I always assume that, assuming this is Zach, that he's talking about like when they got to Midgar. They say, we doing this?
Yeah.
I mean by back then. Have we... Never mind that right now. You need to focus on yourself. Move something, anything. Okay, so that makes a little more sense.
Okay.
Okay, it is Aerith. Okay, that makes more sense now.
Instead of it moved, yeah.
Easy does it. So this is basically just like Zach giving him a pep talk.
Yeah. Which I feel like... Which is like, okay, in any other game, that's like... you would think, okay, it's Cloud giving himself a pep talk, and Zach was the person he admired so much, so he makes it seem like that. But since this game is all about live stream and people returning to the planet, yeah, it's probably Zach.
Yep,
it's
absolutely.
probably actually Zach.
The roof? You mean the roof up there?
We all love
there,
Zach
that
Sparks.
See, okay, I do like Zach as a character. I hate what they've done with Zach.
I get it, for sure.
Like, here's the real hero. No, come on. Let the game be the fucking game.
For me, I mean, even the compilation of Final Fantasy VII was kind of like, we're really adding this much to it, huh? Like,
yep.
I don't think we needed more than like the Ultimania, but I know a lot of people liked Crisis Core. And, I mean, as far as the gameplay, I get it. As far as the story...
Cool. But that's as far as I feel like they needed to take Zach's character. I really don't need him in the remake.
For me, Crisis Core already added too much because I fucking hate Genesis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
And Angeal. Like,
fucking
and the overacting in that game. Jesus Christ.
Yep, I know.
It was very, like, well... They made Tetsuya Nomura made Kingdom Hearts. I guess that's infecting everything.
Right. Two quick things. You just reminded me. One, my original train of thought was that game still hasn't become steep enough or cheap enough on Steam for me to pick it up. But when it does, I'll probably give it another shot just to see the enhancements and everything. But then the second part of that was, did you see that the Pixel remasters on Steam finally got updated today?
Oh, they did?
Yes, they finally have like the console editions.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so like you
I
can
was literally waiting for literally not even 2 weeks ago. I was like, should I start FF6 Pixel Remaster? And I was like, well...
Now you have no excuse not to.
Yeah, because they've been updating them. And they the last update was last July or June or something. They changed a lot of the graphics and did a lot of those kind of things. But as far as like the stuff they used to have on the Steam version, stuff that makes it kind of easier too. Like, hey, you want to earn 4 times as much gold? Do you want to have double experience? Like the console versions had that, like the get-go. So that's kind of nice that there's parity there now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, how long did it take them to update the Steam version of FF12 to have the
job rebalancing? Like, or you could.
Or have re-rolled your jobs or something. I'm setting Dungeons and Dragons speak, but yeah, like only the Switch version had that.
Yeah.
And it was just
and then they
weird.
Retroactively put it into the other ones, which is absolutely what they should have done. It didn't take them like a whole year and a half.
It took them a year. Yeah.
Oh, it did. Okay.
More.
That's actually really stupid then.
It took a long time.
Sparks, you don't love Loveless? No. No love lost between me and
Loveless.
No
love for Loveless.
Mine's Penith. Aerith. You know, I still can't get over that. I prefer Eris.
Yeah, I do too. Because it sounds like there's a lisp.
It does.
Aerith. How do you say
And we all
Aerith?
know what an heiress is, you know, like Aerith. It kind of sounds
Also-
like one of those hipster names that's like deliberately misspelled. You know?
And Eris is like, yeah, it's an actual, like, literally the cider house near our place is called Eris with an E, but still Eris.
Yeah.
That's an actual name.
Yeah. Well, and I was thinking,
I'm
like those
fucking
hipster names,
crazy.
here's Charity, but Charity spelled CHARDEE or something like that. Charity. Charity.
I do what he's doing.
Do what he's doing. And I'm always gonna do it. What the fuck are you talking about, Cloud?
I think I've told you this when I was a kid. I always thought Eris was like some kind of I don't know, like bunny person, or just she had humongous ears.
Oh,
it took me a
because of her
long
bangs?
time to figure out that was her bow.
Oh, her bow.
Yeah, just
Don't
a
mind me.
huge bow.
Actually, I really want a closer look at Reno. I want to see how they did him, because there's no. Well, I guess there is artwork for them to base off of for Reno, but nothing like the main character portraits.
Not like the strategy guide, yeah.
Isn't Eris the god of discord? So actually, fun fact, I can pull out my Hebrew chops here a little bit. Both Aerith and Sephiroth are taken from Hebrew religious terms. And
okay.
they both actually have accurate meaning to their personalities in this game. So Aerith is simply or Ha'eretz in the Hebrew is earth, right? So like someone who can communicate with the earth or something like that. And then
Makes total
Sephiroth
sense.
is a bit more nuanced. It's kind of a blanket term, but essentially it's there's like a tree of Sephiroth, and I think it relates back to the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And so
yeah, that wasn't until like very recently, and I don't know shit what you know, but just looking online as far as like, wait, these names mean something? It's like,
Yes.
all those
Yeah,
years
well,
ago, they actually chose
honestly
these on
had-
purpose.
Yeah, and I had no clue that was a thing until I actually took Hebrew, and
It was just like, what?
it's kind of funny because, you know, like immediately I recognized the word Sephiroth, and I'm like, oh, hey, cool, Sephiroth. But then like I started to like look at other words. I'm like, oh, these actually do have meanings that are pretty comparable to the way that we use them in English. And then Eris came out, and I'm like, wait a second, Earth. That's such a cool pun that they did there for FF7.
Yeah.
And the way that she contrasts with Sephiroth, which is essentially hell.
Would have called her Terra, but that was already taken.
Right. That was a little too on the nose and had already been done.
Although I guess that was just the internet. Again, I was like, wait a second, that was Tina.
Tina,
I guess
yep.
it was just the international version. It's like,
Yep.
that doesn't
Though
sound...
Terra is so much better than Tina.
It is.
I hate when people try to retcon her as Tina. Screw that. She's
It's like,
Terra.
no, shut up. Okay, yeah, maybe in Japan it's like freaking weird or something. I don't know, but
Actually, if I remember right, and I could be remembering totally wrong, didn't they actually retcon her name in like the Dissidia games to be Terra?
to be Terra, I'd be cool with that. Let me look it up.
I might be totally wrong, but I thought there was something Japanese where they called her Terra, and it was just kind of one of those weird acknowledgments where like this is one of the times where the English got it better than the Japanese.
I feel like most of the time in Japanese, when you see them introduce like a character, a lot of times they'll have it in English and then like big letters just for the international audience, and then they'll have like the hiragana or whatever smaller. So I'm wondering if it's gonna say Tina or Terra.
Yeah, right.
I guess I should put in Final Fantasy.
You just said, sir. I always love that part. Make sure you don't step on the flowers as he walks over the flowers. Okay, we
Retcon
have
Terra's hair
Eris.
color. They never retconned that. Green just stood out.
Oh no! Eris doesn't have materia.
Oh, god damn it,
I
no.
fucked up my whole hand. Oh god. The no materia run. What do you know? That can't be intentional. I'm gonna have to look up about this.
No, it has
patch.
to be a glitch. That'd be funny if Barrett, because what did Barrett say? Oh, soldier secret, huh? Well, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, Eris looks pretty good. Yeah, she looks straight out of the fucking
Yep.
artwork. Let's see. Oh god, I'm getting cancer from this fucking Kingdom Hearts website
Ugh.
from 2007.
From
Okay,
2007.
this is not going to answer my questions. Never mind.
No, it's not.
Cloud, look, a mini game.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You know, to this day,
Wow,
I never
exactly.
remember which barrels go where because they don't make any
no,
like
they
actual
don't make sense.
No.
You just have to memorize.
Which is the 2000 web. Might as well be GeoCities, Max.
Yeah, seriously. It's Kingdom Hearts Insider. Ugh.
Oh man. Shooter.
Hey, oop.
Eh,
Oh god.
how does that not kill her? Shit, she's still alive. Shouldn't have resisted. Oh my god, Reno's just a bad cop.
Jeez, he's just.
It's her fault.
Yeah.
Help. All right, Max. Which one's first? Is it the top left?
The little top left.
Okay.
Make a run for it, or is it? Would you say
No,
hang
just
tight?
sit Push the barrel. Hey, all right, good call, man.
Ooh.
Thanks, Cloud. All right, now what's next? The staircase. Is it the one on the right or the one on the left?
The one on the right. Look at these idiots. What are they even looking at?
Little hedgehog pies. To this day, I don't know what that name was. Dude, I love the retextured backgrounds for the church.
Yeah,
That
the
is
windows
cool.
and everything. Shit.
Yeah. What?
All right, let's take a look here.
What the hell?
Uh-oh.
Game crashed. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Well.
Oh, God, where was the last place we saved?
In the 5th reactor, I think.
Oh, shit.
Well, I mean, you had to restart it anyway.
Well, everybody? Is this like when the disc skips? I think so. I think there's only so much you can mod a game before it has to die.
I mean, maybe, yeah, it does. With that and the materia thing, I wonder, or maybe it is literally just that one glitch, and it finally was just like error.
Error. Right? It was just glitch after glitch. Building. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
you're gonna have to edit
regardless.
this one. You have to put something funny in there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey, you know what I
look-
can do? I can just show
What's
you
up?
the mod program here real quick.
Okay. Also, I know you have like all the tests we did for like Illusion of Gaia and stuff, and there, I feel like maybe there's something there.
Wait, all the tests we did for Illusion of Gaia?
Like when we would test and we would make videos, and then I would send you the video so you could listen and see how the audio
yeah.
was, because that was a whole thing. Yeah.
Right.
So and I have a lot of those videos still, and it's just like sometimes it was just kind of funny.
Yeah. So here's the mod thing. It's really easy. You just download this mod manager, you start it up, and then you go to browse catalog. You can type some searches based, like if I want to do like
Oh, I don't think you're
backgrounds or
sharing.
something. Oh, I'm not sharing anymore. Let me share.
Share with me. What's yours is
Never.
mine, right, comrade?
Comrade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna share my screen. There we go. So anyways, you download the mod, you go to browse catalog, you can enter things into the search field, so like backgrounds or something, like pre-rendered backgrounds, people who've modded those. You can do like soundtrack, and they give you a whole bunch of different ones. But the ones that I have downloaded right now, this is this is a part of the translation one. It actually changes all of the spell names to, the like modern series canon.
Oh, instead of
the
like
Agas
Fire
instead of
2,
Bolt
3.
3 or whatever.
Okay.
And then Cosmo Memory is the sound effects. So like you noticed there were like footstep sound effects and all that good stuff.
Huh. I did not notice that. I
And there's also like now background
interesting.
noise, like in the cities, like you can hear like cars rushing by or like the trains in the background. It's really, it adds some
Interesting.
cool ambiance to it. Actually, it's a really good
Without
mod.
being like, yeah, I mean, here on this end, I didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, good. That's sometimes it's good.
Finishing touch is really cool. It's basically a whole bunch of UI stuff. Um, you can kind of like change how the user interface looks.
Okay, that's
But one of
cool.
the things that I like best is like you can pick from all these different avatars, which is kind of cool.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Oh, and that's cool too. You can
Oh,
even do like their
interesting.
SNES sprites, Brave Exvius,
Really.
which by the way, I've never
God,
played
for
Brave Exvius, but their sprites are awesome.
I was about to say for how much, like, what a fucking gotcha game. But my God, they did good sprite work.
Right. And then
Like,
they took Cloud's
God damn it.
FF Tactics portraits, and then they like someone did the style and made the whole cast out of that, which is really
Oh
cool.
shit, that is cool.
Yeah. Um, GB. I actually kind of like just this one. Their strategy guide portraits.
I get that.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna go out of there. Cosmos. What's this one? Oh, this is the one that brings the FMV videos up to 30 FPS and makes them look really nice.
Okay.
Here's the 60 FPS gameplay, which you can also choose 30 FPS if you want
Oh,
it to be like
because I
consistent all the
feel
way
like
through.
the what was that? It was something like the PlayStation, or what was it? The original PC version of FF7. Like the FMVs were all fucked up, and like I thought the PlayStation version they were already like 30, but that totally no. Actually, now that I think about that, no,
Yeah.
they
So
were
here's
pretty
something cool
choppy.
in the battle sprites mods. So default Tifa, but then you can also
Hmm.
do Cowgirl Tifa. You can
Sweet.
replace her with Jessie.
What the fuck?
And then Nino OG, I don't know. Oh, okay, it's her eyes. Yeah, actually, come to think
Oh,
of it, I do remember her eyes being like ginormous in
yeah.
her battle sprite in the original.
So what was the other no change? Oh, okay, gotcha.
So no change. They would just like their look like their PlayStation originals. If you
Okay.
just don't like how they redid them, that's actually kind of cool. They made a whole battle sprite for Jessie.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, actually, wow, I didn't really even notice how much of a difference there was. That's kind of neat. Aerith, no change. 13. Yuffie. Kate Sith. Oh, by the way, how do you feel about Kate Sith's official pronunciation?
Oh,
Cat she
here's here's the thing. Okay, so
slash cat shit. Oh, you can make
that's
Sid Biggs. That's awesome.
what the fuck. That's cool. Um, yeah, that was not the international, and yes, it probably was a mistake how they translated it, and then Square decided to go with it and be like, yeah, because they literally Square, or the FF7 Rebirth Twitter made something and said, "Hey, here's the official pronunciation. It's Kate Sith," and I think that pissed a lot of people off. And I was like, "Why is this pissing people off? These fucking nerds saying catchy." And then I looked into it and I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize a catchy is actually a thing."
Right, yes.
And I was
But
like, I
boy,
had
is
no
it not
idea.
spelled like that.
No, no. So I think in the Japanese, that's obviously they can't make
That's cool. You can give
English
Tifa her
words
remake
like one
outfit.
to one, but it definitely, just from everything I'm reading, it definitely seems like they wanted it to be catchy. And of
Yeah.
course, with how Kate Sith looks, that makes sense. It's a
Yeah, because
catchy.
he's literally a cat she, yeah.
Yeah. So do I like it? No, but that's just
No.
because we grew up with Kate Sith.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously for my game I went with the chibi characters because that looks more
Oh
consistent with
yeah.
the original. But you can also replace the field models with
That's what
these.
I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was like, all right, that's cool, but I
Hmm.
definitely prefer like the chibi stuff, because it's not just
Yeah.
chibi, it's also like just like
Yeah, they're
shininess. What am I trying to
they're
say?
sparks.
Like the sheen of it.
Yeah.
Like it's something like, okay, this is literally like it just went through some kind of upreser, but if
Yeah.
it actually did that, it would kind of look like garbage.
Oh,
It's
totally.
it's what you hope would happen if it went through some kind of magical
Yes.
upreser.
But yeah, I mean, like, these look really good, but you also have to remember that, like, they couldn't
Oh,
possibly
yeah.
make every character in the game look like this. So you're gonna
Hmm.
have, like, these really cool looking, like, PS3 era character models interacting with, you know, the old PS1 versions of, like, town folk and everything, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
really off-putting,
If you
whereas
hit Nino style chibi, okay, it still says complete model overhaul. Okay.
yep. And
So,
they're made
but
by the same author.
The NPCs like look pretty similar as far as like the chibis, but you're saying
This one
the
doesn't do that.
just
Like
Nino style, it's really just the
yeah.
main characters.
So, like, the NPCs look like this.
Okay, yeah.
Not good, huh?
No.
Pretty
God,
terrible.
that's
And you can even, like, kinda pick the one that you hate the least, but I hate them all.
yeah.
They're all just terrible. They're
But
all
then the
just very
chibi,
bad.
I mean, I guess it wasn't as much work or something. I don't know, but it just really looks nice,
Yeah,
even
no,
still.
but the chibis are absolutely perfect, and you're right, they
Yeah.
look exactly kind of like when you played the game on the PS1, how your, like, child imagination pictured them looking.
Yeah.
Cosmos Limit Break, that's the one that actually makes it widescreen, which is really cool.
Oh, cool. All right.
Field textures. This is the
This
upres
is the
for the
AI.
pre-rendered backgrounds, which
Okay.
I'm kind of 50-50 on. You know, they're not bad, but they're
Mhm.
not but some of them are really muddy and you can't quite tell what you're looking at.
Okay.
Um Shinra Archaeology, that this is the retranslation.
Okay,
So,
gotcha. I
a
have
From the
never heard of this
Ground
translation.
retranslation of FF7 script by Shinra Arc translator Turquoise Hammer. Re-implementation of the vast majority of games unused content. That's the stuff that they pulled from the Ultimania, and you
Ooh.
can, like, read more about
Oh, I
where they
would
pulled
love
from.
to. I'm gonna read into that. Like,
Yeah,
that
it's
shit is
actually
so
really cool.
interesting to me.
And then, like, there's other parts like you and I saw where it's basically just lifted from the remake a little bit, and yeah. Here's the OST remastered,
A
and like I said, there's
remaster.
a
And
whole
that's what it sounds like,
yeah,
a remaster. Like,
exactly. And like there's a whole ton of different ones, like some that are like full orchestra, some that are like, like fan remakes that kind of vary in quality, but
oh
yeah.
yeah. Like
Mini
some
game
what do you
textures,
oh,
just kind of a nice thing to have when you get into mini games.
cool.
Spell effects, which are very nice.
Cool.
Enhanced stock UI. This goes along with
Mhm.
the finishing touch to kind of create the UI that you saw.
Okay.
That was totally different. World map textures, again, not a huge difference, but if you
Okay.
use this plus Cosmos Gaia, and I haven't been out in the world map yet, but you've got to look up a video of what the world map looks like with this. It is
World map overhaul that
amazing.
wants the train rendering to add analog movement
Yeah.
mechanic controls.
So for one thing, there's like
Interesting.
no limit to the draw distance. It's like an actual circular world, and you can
Oh,
zoom
okay.
like almost all the way out and like see the curvature of the planet. It's really cool.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it looks hella good.
I'm gonna here. Where's my phone? Oh, it's like I have the chat up.
Oh yeah, take a picture of my of the
I'm
mods that
taking a
I'm
fucking
using.
picture. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you play around with this too and you find other ones that you really like, please let me know because
Oh
I
hell
want to
yeah,
keep
dude.
tinkering with this and like pretty much do like a like pseudo remake playthrough at some point. That'd be
Well, I don't
fun.
know, Sparks. I mean, if you read the Bible and then add some parts to it that definitely aren't there, yeah, it is flat.
Oh god, I know. But yeah, anyways, I hope this was fun for you because
Oh my
I got
god.
really excited about this yesterday. But essentially, like right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on hold because one, I'm almost to the end of Yakuza, like a dragon, and then
Ooh, where you
two,
at?
I'm on chapter 11.
Shit. Okay.
Zhao just joined me.
Yeah, I feel like the end of chapter 9 is when it really picks up, and then
Yes,
it's just like, oof.
yep, it is cool.
Once you see who the mayor is and or the governor of Tokyo
Oh
and stuff, and it's like,
yeah.
oh shit.
Well, and it had been so long since I played the first part of the game that I really had to like go into the game's not bestiary, but like character descriptions and like remember like what happened at the beginning
what
of the
happened to
game.
those first scenes. Yeah,
Yeah, because
because it really
apparently it
seemed
turns
like,
out it's really fucking important.
yeah, and it doesn't seem that way. It's just like, oh, this was just his life before,
Yeah, like even
you know.
that part at the beginning where the dude gets shot at the restaurant. You know, I just figured when I saw that, like, ooh, they're introducing how hard the world of being a yakuza is. Nope,
Hmm.
that set the whole game into motion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited to finish that. But then I need to finish it by Friday because Persona 3 comes out, and I'm gonna be on top of that shit.
Oh, nice. All right. Cool. Yeah, I've heard there's reviews out for that. I don't know. I haven't seen
And
how
they're
it's
all
faring, but
yeah.
I'm sure.
I haven't read or watched any of them, but all overwhelmingly positive. So
Sweet. That's what I figured.
it's basically Persona 5 all over again, but
Yeah.
with the Persona 3 story, which was kind of a fan favorite to begin with. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm super excited to play that. The last thing I need to be doing is starting a fresh playthrough of a 30-year-old game that I really love.
I get it.
And playing
But
that all over again instead of these beautiful new games that I've had on my
but
wish list forever.
we're eating, man. There's so much good stuff out.
Yeah, there really is. Yeah, and of course I'm going to be picking up Infinite Wealth, just not top of my list.
Yeah. It's the top of my list, but I'm like, man, I really need a budget. So I'm
Yeah,
picking up more shifts trying to
get that Infinite Wealth money.
get that infinite wealth money for sure.
If only it were as easy to start a corporation as Ichiban
Yeah,
makes
right,
it look.
Sparks. Like you were texting us the other day, and I was thinking like the bartender says it best, where it's you're having that a drink with Ari, and he's like, "Weren't you homeless the other day?"
I know,
You're
right?
like
And
rising
now
up the
you're the most
ranks.
successful businessman in Japan. It's so great.
I swear, if he
And I
starts
love how
infinite
that
wealth
never
as a
gets
hobo,
referenced in the story. Like even if
yeah,
like you've
right,
completely dominated the mini game, which I have, I can pull in 3 million yen whenever I want.
yeah,
Like he remains just totally broke.
yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh man, how are we gonna afford this? Or even if you eat at a super expensive restaurant, it's just like they'll talk about it,
Yeah.
but it's just like, yeah, but each pound's still broke. It's like,
I would almost love if
okay.
there were like an alternate ending that was like, you know,
I would love
Ichiban's
that.
money saves the day or something like that. That'd be so great.
They just
It's
add
like,
like
wait, we
one
don't have
little
to worry
scene.
about this. I'm fucking rich. And that would be like so in the theme of the game too. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like I love that there's like so much you can do, like, and you just assume when you go to the bar and talk to people, this could be
Yeah,
happening at any time. You know, it's
right.
not necessarily happening right now before you do this mission or something.
Yeah, it's not all chronological.
Yeah, but it still works. So,
Yeah.
alrighty. Well, yeah, let
All
me
right,
know
dude.
when you beat that game, finish the story at least,
Oh yeah,
cuz
I'm
yeah,
probably gonna play a little bit more here before bed, actually. But download this shit. I assume that you have FF7 on Steam already.
I do, yeah.
So when you first boot it up, the only thing it will do is it will take you through this box here. You'll have to locate your exe file, and then you'll have to
Mhm.
create a destination for the mod. But then once you hit save, you just go into this and you start picking your mods and installing them.
Sweet.
So,
Okay,
so
sounds
oh,
good.
sorry. To do that, actually, all you have to do, go to browse catalog. The stars are the ones that you already have. So, but like pick one that you don't have, and then you just go to the little download icon over here, and it's ready. That's all there is to it. And then
Sweet.
once you go back to my mods, you can turn them on or off anytime you want.
That's awesome.
It is
All
the
right.
most user friendly like fan created program I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. All right.
Like I
Yeah, I'll
wish all
definitely
modding
check
were
it
this
out.
simple.
Yeah, right.
All right,
The
dude. Well,
community
hey,
comes together and builds some great things
I
sometimes.
know,
But
right? Like this is like I love like really passionate fan projects like this where they basically, it's clearly a labor of love and they're kind of doing what the developer either doesn't have the time or the money to do, you know?
mhm, or
But
will.
of course a whole bunch of people on the internet do.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes I love how sometimes it's just like one guy or something.
Oh
But
yeah. I've been
obviously,
loving
this is a
this.
bunch of people. But yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it is just like, oh,
Well, and then you'll notice
I
that like
fixed
some of these
everything.
were all made by like the same there's like some groups of guys that keep working together. And so it kind of becomes like a small development suite, right? That are
Yeah,
just Like, hey, yeah, I'm responsible for the unofficial FF7 remake.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
basically, that is awesome. You
That's
put
such
that
a
on
cool
your
thing. I love.
that's
There's parts of the internet that I really love.
oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and if they want to be like developers in the future, that's like
Right?
putting like AM2R on your resume or
I
something.
mean,
Like,
yeah. I
oh,
mean,
you're
look at
that
this shit.
guy.
I would hire this guy to make
Hell
the
yeah.
art, the graphics for my next video game. Holy crap!
Yeah, yeah. If I mean, if Square wants their mobile division to be successful, yeah, maybe they should be looking at these people.
Well, you know what this is the last thing I'll say before we hang up here, but when they first announced Ever Crisis, you know, the
Oh
mobile
yeah,
thing, I was
yeah,
really kind of hoping against hope that that was going to be exactly this style right here,
yeah,
as like a retelling of the story. You know, maybe we don't get like the whole world map or anything, but it goes through all the main story beats. And now it's just a fucking gotcha game.
yeah.
And that just
That's so
sucks.
sad.
So it was so cool to just randomly stumble across that video yesterday and see this exact mod. And I'm like, I'm downloading this immediately. And then finding all these other really cool mods that make it
Yeah,
basically a full remake.
YouTube's been good for that. Where for
Oh
the
yeah.
mods and stuff, especially, you see a game and it's just like, wait, how long? I'll see something sometimes. It's like, wait, this has been out for 3 years. What?
Yep.
Like,
Isn't that crazy?
it's
Oh yeah, and
awesome.
they like have dates for a lot of these. I mean, some of these have been out like since 2014,
Yeah, Boss Rush though.
2015, 2018. Yeah. I mean, some of these are not new. Like people have been like
Yeah.
slowly building up to this for a long
I know
time.
there's some mods that are basically just change the game, and it's like this is
Hmm.
FF7 something mode or something, and
Yeah.
it's just like they add a whole bunch of new bosses and stuff.
Well,
It's like, all right,
actually,
cool.
I probably am going to download this one. So you go into the Hall of Beginners in Junon, and it gets replaced with the Hall of Battles, and
Yeah,
they did like super like powerful versions of the game bosses. So it's essentially like post game content, which is really
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I've seen one where it's just like from the beginning of the game they start adding like new bosses, and the
Uh
one
huh.
I can't remember what it was called, but I remember like once they got to the end of Midgar where you're going into the Shinra building, it got really fucking hard. Like all of a sudden there was
Oh
like
really?
50% more content when it came to
Oh, that
bosses,
sucks.
and it was like, oh shit, okay.
That would suck.
But it looked fun, so
Yeah.
I
One
don't know.
here's something else cool. Another one. Like if you just wanted to play essentially a widescreen version of the exact original graphics, but that didn't look like total jank on your 4K TV, you could
Yeah,
do that here. That's kind of
yeah,
neat.
that looks cool.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, all right, dude. You have a good night, and yeah, I'll let you know when I beat Persona, or when I beat Like a Dragon and start Persona
All right, sweet. Yeah, well, let me know about Persona as well. But
for sure.
all right, good night, man.
Later, buddy.